Hello, my fellow brewers. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to Sengoku Dynasty. Episode 16, Sake Brewery. My current priority right now is build the brewery and make sake. Oh, my pulling software's up. Okay, I'll pull. Should I build a brewery? If you want me to do something else, that's totally reasonable. Given that I can actually ask you guys. Oh, no. It was oh, there it is. Most dangerous enemy types are bosses. Or bears. Both, I guess. But the bosses in the south, the pirate leader and Ashigaru leader and they're probably the samurai leader of the temple region is the hardest to kill. Okay, I think I'll leave it up a little bit longer, but I'm going to start working on it all the same. Another thing that might be wise for me to do is to try to make sure that everyone's using the best possible tools that they have available to them. So this project, for instance, requires 20 logs, and I have sort by type. What is this? 6, 18? Yeah, I have more than 20 on me. Good. So then I'm not drawing from village supply of logs, which screws them up badly. So then for the planks, I want to cut down some more trees to plane my own logs. So that was 50, and I get 6 per. So let's get, 2 more trees worth of logs to plane. I think I probably make the iron shovel now too, which is going to last me a lot longer than the wooden one. That is, I think, on the smithy. Which I put over here. I'm like getting lost in my own village. There's the smith. Iron shovel. I don't have enough coin. Maybe I need to go kill some folk for money. And be a little bit of a mercenary. Alright, it's been long enough. I'm going to build the brewery. So, how many do I have on me? I've got 12. So I'm going to be doing a better job about only planking the logs that I supply. So that I don't screw up the charcoal burner. Or smelter. Do villagers really cut down trees, or they just produce wood? They just produce wood. And that's true of, everything. That's true of mining, wood cutting. I mean, the farming, you can physically see them farm on the land. But berry picking, mushroom picking, all that stuff, there's no travel time, there's no proximity, they just magic it up from nowhere. For better or for worse. Gonna need more planks. It's starting to look like a real village. Before, it was just like a few buildings thrown together. But now, it's definitely more than that. Oh, I forgot my shovel. I was like, oh, I should make an iron shovel, and then I didn't make any shovel. There's some other improvements to be made, too. Like, the forger still has, like, makeshift walls. That could be easily turned into... Oh, this is a chicken and the egg thing. Oh, okay, there's enough planks in storage for a shovel. Good. I was like, no! I need a shovel to make planks and planks to make a shovel. But no, I had enough. Laura, thank you for the resub. Fangface says the right answer on that question. What's my opinion about barbecue places? Yeah, I don't eat meat and haven't for decades. So ask me about a cuisine that I do not consume. I have no opinion. That's not entirely true. There's a barbecue place nearby that actually makes a pretty good veggie burger. So I guess it really comes down to, do they have good fries and veggie burgers? Because if not, I don't care. I will say, nowadays it's a lot easier to be a vegetarian than it was like a decade or two ago. Because a decade or two ago, you'd go into a barbecue place or a seafood place, and there would be like bread rolls and nothing else. And I'm not complaining, because it's like, it's a barbecue place. I don't expect them to cater to vegetarians. But it also meant that if I was like eating somewhere with friends, it became a little awkward if they wanted to, you know, eat at like barbecue, because I would have to try to figure out if, and especially at barbecue places, like the sides typically are meat laden too. So if you order like mac and cheese, it'll have bacon in it. If you order baked beans, it will have like, you know, meat in it. There's just no way to avoid meat at some of those places. But nowadays there's always like a few health conscious options, which is just really nice. So that I don't have to be like the, no, I'm not eating there type of person, because I really don't like being that person when there is no veg alternatives. So, end of day. Yes, look at that. Look at that. Premium conifer up the wazoo. See that? That is my workers down in Quarry Village chopping up lots of logs. That's awesome. I'm actually going to make my first premium conifer plank. Not that I like can use it, because an entire building either has to be one type of material. So that was just like first time craft benefit. Oh, bloomin' onions, those are good too. I do have a little bit of reservation about and this wouldn't be the case for restaurants that like care about their quality of the food. But anyone that is, and I have worked in restaurants, so anyone that has worked in restaurants probably knows it's very easy for a restaurant not to change their fry oil. And if they don't change their fry oil, right? So whenever I'm eating at a place, like, I'm always a little... Yeah. If the place only has, like, fries, it's one thing, but if they offer things like calamari and things that are really going to pollute, let's say, the fry oil, they have to have a really good track record of sanitation. I'll put it like that. Because the restaurants I worked at, like, took that pretty seriously and didn't mess around with like janky old fry oil or anything like that. But I'm sure there's a lot of restaurants out there. And that's also true of, like, cleaning out, like, the beverage, you know, the vending machines and things like that. There's a lot of constant maintenance that, if not done, is really gross. So I'm missing some crucial resources for this. So I need to go process or buy some straw. Here's the brewery. So what am I missing? Straw, 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 and a rope. And straw. So, the benefit of the regional bonus here, as you can see, is ice. I got 169 of it. I highly suggest, if you want to run a sake den, to mine the crap out of ice in the winter, because you will blow through your ice quickly making sake. But you can only get ice in the winter, so amass it. I'm over here for the straw, right? Where was the giant field of Eulalia grass? Looks like there's some grasses over this way. I don't like to deplete the grass in my village because some tools are made with grass handles, and if you turn all your grass into straw, occasionally you're not going to be able to make, like, certain weapons and tools. All right, what do you want me to work on next? Because I'm getting pretty close to having the brewery done. Working on a quest would be the side quest for the village leaders. Building up the village would probably be adding security, because one more person means security. And building, like, a house for that, because there's no more space for people in the village. So building up the village means adding a guard tower and also armory storage. Beautifying the village would be, actually, beautifying the village could be an interesting one, because what I could do is I could build up a market where I have traders and a village town and everything. Improving gear would be earning coin through killing bandits and then buying the blueprints for better gear, because I'm sort of strapped for cash. Liberating regions, I could liberate the Iwasaki region for its iron tools. Exploring points of interest, pretty straightforward. So I'm going to offer this poll up again. I'm going to reset it, so sorry to make you vote again, now that I've explained what each of those individual options will result in. Alright, I'm also going to need rope for the brewery, so I gotta go process some hemp. Imagine eating like 7 bowls of rice and being like, alright, I'm full. Where did I put my... This is the kitchen. Where is my, my tailor? I totally don't remember. Oh, it's here. Yeah. Craft. Wow, I have a lot of hemp. I'm not going to actually craft 57, but I'm going to craft a bunch so I don't have to think about it. That's enough. The linen is useful for making clothing, but clothing is really only a demand when your population is high enough for luxuries. But I'll make refugee clothing for the first time ever. So as you can see, if you take a look at the clothing here, actually this clothing isn't the case, but some of the clothing is required for like luxury reasons. And there's also a quest line that has you make clothing when you, it's a quest line that I haven't bothered with, but you can get married in this game and have children, or have a child. It's just a really sort of like, it's not very compelling. It's like, here, wait one season, baby appears, you know. So that's why I haven't bothered to do it, because I feel like it needs a lot more development to become before it becomes a decent game mechanic. All right, I digress. Let's get this brewery going. All right, got a bunch of Dynasty experience there for building things for the first time, so it's going to unlock the brewery furniture. And the... yeah. So the way this works is you start by making cooked rice. So you can mass produce cooked rice here by sticking 400 rice, 50 firewood, and 50 water. And then you take your cooked rice with ice, water, and whatever that fungus is called. What is it called? Koji mold. Not fungus mold. To ferment it in a fermenting mixture. And then you take the fermenting mixture and put it in the filtration process, which makes sake. And sake is it adds a lot of beverage to your supply. So instead of having a bunch of people working wells constantly, you can make large batch sake, and that works pretty well. And then the other reason for that is if you want to make it into medicine, it also supplies healthcare pretty efficiently. So where's my my herbalist station? There's one thing that I wish they would add to this game, which is sorting by village. There's this little symbol here, which will show you. So, like, all of Yadatsu's workplaces are up top, and then Kori Village is on below. But the other reason for sake is anesthetics provides a lot of healthcare compared to most of the other herbalist type stuff. So when you're trying to provide healthcare for a lot of people, it makes sense to have sake as well. All right, you guys want me to beautify the village and build up the village. Got it. But the other advantage of this is I can just match bash rice. So like, I just shoved a bunch of ingredients and now I have 11 cooked rice. So if you don't want to have someone work at your kitchen, this is a really good way to just like mass produce a lot of food for your villagers without having someone working in the kitchen. The first thing I want to do for beautification, because technically beautification was the more popular option, is to build these, well, there is a tavern too. So a tavern is, gives dynasty experience for building the first time. The tavern is essentially the same as like your kitchen. It's just a way to produce food. But it's a unique building, so maybe I'll add a tavern in, and eventually you get a tea house, which allows you to brew tea, but that's no different than a kitchen brewing tea. What I wanted to do is to build the... Where is it? Basic structures, village structures, trade village. Yeah, here we are. So let's start building trade posts. So I'm kind of like, where I am now is sort of in the middle of town. I'm going to move the tool storage to be slightly more out of the way. And then general storage I'm going to push back too. So that I can have like a town square. How far back? Oh, we're already up against the rock, so I won't push it back any further. I'd like to also not have two wells next to one another, because it just looks weird, and no one would do that IRL. So this is a general goods trading post. Yeah, I do like that the game allows you to move stuff. With that said, if anyone's near the building, it won't let you move it. So if it's a building that people work in, it can be annoying to try to move it because there are going to be people in it pretty regularly, and as a result, it's gonna say that you're like prohibited from moving it. So after a day or two, some of these stands will be populated with traders hawking their wares, and it makes it very convenient to buy and sell, so I don't have to like fast travel anywhere. Let's go ahead and make a little bit more rope. Can you make paper and paper lanterns? Yeah, eventually. Paper, however, comes from paper trees, which is a regional bonus that I don't have yet. I would need to liberate Aratani or Temple for access to the paper trees, so I could buy the ingredients from exotic goods vendors, but it doesn't really make sense to plan on that until I can source the materials myself, because otherwise it's just really, really expensive. But you can also just buy paper lanterns and to decorate that way. But you get a lot of paper lanterns for killing bandits. So I could also just decorate my village using paper lanterns that I obtained through murder. It's not an unreasonable solution. Alright, so we have the food vendor, general goods vendor, fishing. I'm going to run out of bamboo at this rate, too. And the last one is farming. There's advanced ones, but I don't have Way of the Leader experience for advanced ones. I don't think, I should double check that I don't have the experience for it. So there's the 4 basics. Yeah. So the Way of the Leader for the advanced structures, you have to get trade brokers. So I would need to level 1 more dynasty level for the advanced ones. So the advanced structures available to you is tailor and blacksmith. But with that said, the things that you can buy from the tailor and the blacksmith are so massively overpriced. It's probably not something I would do. Be willing to build a whole lot of. I'm also going to include some beggar huts, because they're very useful for buying straw and grass and rot for compost if you want to compost. So I'll stick a quaint little beggar hut. Actually, I'll incorporate it into the town square. Why not? So here's a little bigger hut. I'd also like to cobblestone it. And start to incorporate... I like the look of the cobblestone even more than the highest tiered stone. The chiseled stone path. So, as part of the beautification project, to start to add in cobblestone everywhere where it is applicable. So that this starts to look like a real village. It's a bit of a town square. I think it needs lighting, if you ask me. One of the cheaper lights to make would be these guys. Oh, wow. We have no coin. My coin is in decimals. Yep. Oh, it's fine. So I think I'm done beautifying for now. This will be my first beautification project, which is the trade vendors. The other thing that I wanted to couple this with is the guard tower service building, so that we guard our village. Because if we add one more person, we will require security. So let's go ahead and put this on the outskirts of town, on the edge. Actually, it might make sense. Oh, what the hell? There's like a shack there. I think... Let's... actually, yeah. There's a road. It's hard to tell in the winter, but there's a road, technically, down there. So I'm going to put the service building nearest the road. It's weird to put a guard tower at the bottom of a hill, though. So maybe I'll put it up here, overlooking the road that is incoming. For that, I need more bamboo. And I'll go fast travel for bamboo, which feels bad, man, because I have no money. One way to make a lot of money, actually, is the brewery. So let's move some of the fermented rice into the next section. Also, you're stuck. I don't have to walk around the building constantly. So I'm going to change the back wall to have a door. Not that kind of door. No, I did it again. There we go. So now I can enter it from the other side. Take the 7 fermented mixture, stick it in the filtration process, and now it's just going to filter into sake. Okay. Where, if I need money, Quarry Village is actually very close to the deserter camp. I'm trying to think of where I didn't kill everyone. Because I think in the mountain region I completely cleared the camp, if I recall. So there's like no one left there. So maybe I'll fast travel over to Seiji, or a Quarry Village, and kill some bandits for money. Because I have no coin. And then if I find bamboo, I'll also get bamboo too. So in the winter, the lakes actually freeze over, and you can come out on the ice and mine to get your own ice if you want. Oh, they look like bandits. Maybe that kind of looks. The bandit camps typically have the like protection type stuff. Here, let me just. I hope you're a bandit because I'm going to be shooting you. Shooting. Yep. It was a bandit. Grab some healing items. I have 14 healing items. Wow. That was lucky. Got a bunch of iron arrows. Okay. I'm going to use those. I appreciate the reminder. Because, yeah, often I'll leave without healing. And then get all sorts of messed up in the fight. And not have a way to keep going. Oh, a little shrine. What do I need to pray here? Sake. I'm just going to skip it. Alright, once I have my first sake, I can always make an offering here, and that will be Way of the Monk experience. I feel I have not been focusing on Way of the Monk, but Way of the Monk is really powerful to do, which would be in the polls voting to explore points of interest, because you get like passive XP bonuses. So you level up warriors faster, or monks faster, or, you know, all these other like really powerful passives, but it requires you to, of course, invest in it ahead of time by going out to shrines and praying. I need to warm up. Clearly. These guys are also in a more dangerous region, so they just do more damage as a result than the enemies that I've been killing up until now. But even then, good source of income. And they had some bronze arrows. Nice. Oh, I didn't even notice my craftsman leveled up. Powerful lumberjack, max. Way of the warrior. Base armor value, probably, would be very helpful. Blade ward is helpful too. I need to rely more on parrying than I have been. I don't really care about durability cost of my weapons. Yeah, let's do base armor value, so that even if I'm not wearing a lot of armor, my armor value goes up. There is a bit of a bug, unless they fixed it, with the burned things out front of this area, I noticed. And I'll demo it in a second, where the stuff that you get for breaking down the burned buildings here is obscene. I hope they didn't fix it, because it's really funny. Alright, so taking a look at my inventory, as you can see, I have no planks or anything. Oh no, they might have fixed it. That's good, because it felt like an exploit before. But if you're wondering, one swing would get you like 10 times the amount that should have been possible. Oh, I broke my axe. So like, you'd break one of these burned out houses and get like 50 planks from it, or like 100 planks from it, and it made no sense. Ow. Man, I am so bad at parrying. I've been working on perfect parry timing, but it's really bad, as you may have noticed. It's okay. I can just fight here until I run out of meds. One of the other things is, my farmers that were furloughed are all getting mushrooms for the most part. 2 are getting wasabi, but the other 2 are getting mushrooms. And all those mushrooms can just become medicine. Because I'm not eating them. One thing that would help me is a better bow, though. Because this is like the lowest quality bow that exists. And it does not hit for much. Alright, that was the last of my healing. So probably just kill this group and then cash in. There is bamboo here for me to be able to build the guard tower, though. That was one of the alternative motives of coming here is 2 birds, 1 stone. Or, yes. I said that right. Except for I broke my axe. That's a bit of a problem. I'll just get some stone to make myself a stone axe. Sammy, thank you for the resub. Of course that's copper. I was like, oh, stone. Oh, and wolves. It's funny, when you want stone, yeah, you never have it, do you? There's literally no stones anywhere. I guess I've left no stone unturned. Ah, here we go. Also knowing that I'm regularly out of straw, seeing a giant field of grass. Might as well strike when the iron's hot, right? Thank you for tuning in to Sengoku Dynasty, which originally streamed live on Twitch December 3rd. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you would like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timer to upcoming streams. If you would like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching, and a special thank you to my Patreon patrons, Twitch subscribers, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow villagers.